Mike Zimmer, coach of the Vikings, pulled off a victory on Sunday. Paul Allen stealing Mike Zimmer's headphones for our segment today. Are those Zimmer's headphones?
I can neither confirm nor deny, but my friend Teddy says hello to you. Teddy, say hello to Mike.
Hey, Teddy. What's up, Teddy? Hi, Teddy.
And look, he's got this. And by the way,
the
numbers on the back here, Michael, before we beat
good.
Houston was like what I felt our final win total was going to be this year. And I think Teddy would love Mason. Okay, Teddy, you got to go.
I like the tri-colored Teddy. What are you doing wearing an NFL logo hat? You're like Rob Lowe with the toque instead of the cap.
You don't want to see. You don't want to see. You don't want to see the hair. I didn't have time with the Breeders' Cup Friday and Saturday. I didn't have time to get my hair done. So here I am.
So what were you thinking on Sunday when the Vikings were going through literally the Swiss cheese of the Green Bay Packers defense? Now, it was back and forth in the first half, but they pulled away in the second half. It basically was a tennis match. The Vikings broke serve once, and that was that. What were your impressions?
We've always known Green Bay's kryptonite is a physical running game. See next level Shanny 2 times last year. Dalvin got him for 75 last year. It's just the quarterback couldn't close on it. King picked him off. So that's the kryptonite. And Dalvin broke their spirit. And I think that was really evident, Michael, when there was an extra point that the long snapper snapped really high and Colquitt got it and put it down and Bailey banged it through. But the majority of the Packers had their hands on their hips. And, if they had run in there to try to block that, they would have blocked it. But they had their spirit broken.
It's funny. Aaron Rodgers said after the game that he noticed a lack of energy. And I know you're not at the games in person, but did you sense beyond that extra point, did you sense something different about the Packers on Sunday?
I've just seen it before because I like watching Green Bay Packers football a lot. I'm a fan of Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones, and they're the number one team to beat every year in the division. So I've just seen it with certain teams who do it a certain way, and they stick with it. And, Dalvin's situation was an aberration because he was unstoppable, specifically with that 50-yard screen. Darnell Savage is a fantastic second-year safety, Michael, but he's been on the wrong side of just getting shaken out of his cleats by Dalvin the last 2 games at Lambeau. So that's what Dalvin does, and it never really was just a pounded-ahead running game. It was big run after big run. Quarterback only had to throw 14 times. For my taste, his best game of the season because he hit on all the right third downs, and now you play the kiddies.
Beat the Packers. Gave the Seahawks everything they could handle, gave the Titans everything they could handle. And when you look at the upcoming schedule, starting with the Lions coming to town this weekend, and we're supposed to go one game at a time because that's what they all do, but we're allowed to peek ahead. There's a stretch here where, the Monday night game in Chicago is never a gimme. That always turns out poorly for the Vikings, it seems like. But the Bears aren't as good as they were earlier this year. I feel like if they can get past this Lions game, maybe they can start to put a little something together, and before you know it, maybe start getting to a point where 500 is attainable.
I'm with you. I'm not big dwell guy, and certainly hopefully the players and coaches aren't either, specifically out of the bye off the upset at Lambeau. Man, the Tennessee and Seattle games, 2 good teams. It's just a shame they didn't get those games because specifically with some of the defensive players that Zimmer's rolling out there doing the best he can. But now moving forward, and I'm not going one game at a time on to Cincinnati, Michael, but its consistency has been a problem with this team. And you've said it on my show and said it with Chris in the morning. You don't do to Seattle what you did and then do with Atlanta what you did. It just can't happen. And the quarterback has to be better. And he only threw 14 last time, and he's going to throw more this game. Jefferson should have a nice game this weekend, but they have to be consistent and come through.
One thing Kyle Rudolph told me last Friday on this program, the Vikings have an issue, not just recovering from a big loss that leaves them feeling deflated. They have an issue with recovering from a big win. Should there be concern of a letdown after this upset of the Packers?
That's a great question because, here we are. Wednesday practice is done. I know who was out there. I know what their vibe is. I don't know who the corners are going to be this weekend outside of Jeff Gladney. And you got the Temple rookie Harrison Hand. At the end of the game, you had those 2 rookies trying to slow an HOF quarterback and Devontae Adams with safety Josh Metellus, a rookie playing for the first time all season, Anthony Harris goes down to nickel. So if you got a full week to do something like that, I guess it could be better, and Green Bay's better than Detroit. But there's that component of it. Now you're coming home to the empty stadium, super quiet, and when you want the skull channel, let's get going here from 2-5, just like Florio says, beat this team. No fans at Soldier Field. Go beat that team. Then you got Dallas, Carolina, and Jacksonville, whatever order. Go beat them. They need to motivate themselves better than they did against Atlanta and better than they've done most of the season, honestly.
I feel like I never understand the specific deadlines that apply to the COVID-19 reserve list and the various ways you can land on it. But Matthew Stafford now on the COVID-19 reserve list, that doesn't bode well for him playing this weekend. And without Stafford, I don't know. 3-5 is looking pretty good.
Yeah, we went through it last week with Cam Dantzler, and I'm not going to guess on the exact days for Matthew, but like Dantzler, I guess he was by somebody who got bit or something like that. So now all of a sudden you're in protocol. And then now the testing Monday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, which means his testing began Tuesday into Wednesday with the contact tracing. So he had to come up good on Sunday, which he did. That's why he was able to play. Then he got hurt. So I'm assuming Stafford needs to go not detected in bioreference terms. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then he's in. I bet he plays.
How often they test you?
Twice a week. When the Titans rolled in here with some positive players and played the team, then it got a little herky-jerky here and everywhere. That was 2 times a week, up to 3 with point of contact each time. So then you got to wait in the parking lot and, make sure that you don't come up detected. But basically once or twice a week to get into the facility 3 days a week in my little quarantine Vikings Entertainment Network area. I haven't been to the locker room. I haven't been out to practice. I haven't been to Zimmer's office. It's 2020, man. I'm accepting.
What's it like calling a game in an empty stadium?
I don't like it. I really don't. I like calling the road games off TV a lot better. Now, granted, we haven't won a game at home, and the Houston, Seattle, and Green Bay games are super exciting. They play the Star-Spangled Banner, whether you're in prayer or it's just some type of private stimulating moment for you. However, that's what it is, and the stimulation of the crowd is very important to me. When we unfurl the boom and do the game, it's business as usual. That's what it has to be. But I like calling the road games off TV better than home games with 0 fans.
Well, it's got to be a weird season for everybody, Paul, and you're still the best at what you do. Fans or no fans, home or away, watching it on TV or there in person. We appreciate some of your time.
Love you.
Send me one of those hats. Send me a set of those headphones. Let's see the hair. We're going to see the hair?
I got it for you because I love you because old school is best school. There were like 14 people at ProFootballTalk.com when he was Rogue, and I came in old school, best school. Here we go.
Viewer discretion advised. Hello.
Hey, man.
Oh, God. Put it back on. Hello, that's pretty good for being stuck under a hat. All right,
but, hey, you know what? It's not Artie Lang.
My God. Yeah,
but it's not Artie Lang.
My God. Yeah, you are Artie Lang. Let's take a break.
No, it's
Football
not.
in America.
You don't know me,
Goodbye.
but I'm your brother.
Football Pod in America when PFTPM continues right after this.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.